it, we can always watch the recording. So by now, I'm sure all of us now have the course folder sent to our mail. So let me begin by asking that, is there anyone present here that did not see or could not access the course folder sent to their mail? Please, there is anyone having issue with the file sent to your mail? Please, you can unmute and let us know now before we proceed. Okay, I believe everybody is good with that. So I hope I'm audible, please. Hello.
Yes, you are. Yes, you are.
Okay, thank you. So in our first introductory class, we've already explained how we want to run the class. So by this time, I believe that some of us should have gone through the first week assignments. If no file has been sent to your mail, please DM me with your email and your payment receipt. So in case you don't have any file sent to your mail, DM me with your email and your payment receipt. So that's just it. So let's continue. So as I was saying, we have already sent so I believe some of us should have gone through what we have in the what is our target for week one. So I've already mentioned the target for week one. So the first of them is you are expected to completely watch the content in 1.0, which is introduction, and also the content in structural layout 2.0. So, and then you now select one architectural drawings in one of the folders. Once you select the architectural drawing in this folder, you prepare a structural layout for that architectural design. So I don't know if anyone here has been able to complete that target for the first week. Please, I would like you guys
to
I will
send it over latest tomorrow morning.
I would like you guys to contribute, please. Even if you are not done, you can just tell us where you are and if you have any challenges, you can share your challenge with us.
Okay, good evening, sir. Hello. Can you hear me, sir?
Hello, I can hear you. Sorry, I can hear you.
All right. I was having issue with the grouping, so I started this evening. I'll be through by tomorrow, God's willing.
Okay. Thank you, Engineer John. Anybody else?
Hello, good evening.
Yeah, good evening.
Hello,
sir.
good evening.
Good evening, sir.
Yes, I tried one of the projects. I think the first one, but I was unable to finish it. Can I send it to you so that I can just see how it looks like? Because that one is like what is on the ground floor and the fourth floor that are like similar, not like same thing. So I just position the beams and the columns. If I can send it to you, then you can just check it. But I
Okay.
know that I still have some more work to be done on it, just very few, but at least I've done major work in that area.
Okay.
Mm.
Well, if you for those that are newbie in creating structural layout, I will advise you guys when you are doing it, you can share it with me. Just drop it on the group. Maybe you can use I don't know if you guys know sniping tool. There's a tool on your if you are using Windows. If you just type SINIPPING. So sniping tool, you can use it to screenshot any parts of your screen that you want to screenshot. So just screenshot it like an image and send it to me so I can check and then review before you proceed. I hope that is clear. So is there anyone here that just maybe those that just make their payments 2 or 3 days ago and you are having issue on maybe you don't get what you are supposed to do? Aha. So if you are online with us here now, you can unmute and say 1 or 2 things you'd like to say, please. Okay, probably maybe we don't have anyone like that. So, and also before I continue, I would like to ask if there is any question regarding the target for week 1 before I now summarize again what you have to learn in week 1, and then before we now proceed to the second week.
Hello.
Hello, good evening, sir.
Hello.
Hello, good evening.
Yeah, evening. Yeah. Sorry, I just want to ask. The introduction is in week 1, right?
Mm-hmm.
On the document you sent. Okay. I've not been able to really look at it anyway. I'm just using the opportunity to try and download it.
Okay. If you
So,
check
yeah.
the group, you will see that
Yeah.
I drop a message in which the message is bolding a little bit. The last time I dropped the message was yesterday. Let me check the time, around 9:11 p.m. So the message was telling you, let me highlight it now on the group, or let me just copy and paste. The message is telling you what you are supposed to cover in the first week of this class. You know, it's a pre-recorded session. So we want you guys to, on your own, watch the video and then practice. Then we come here and trash out any issue you might have. So that's the major reason why we are here. So I've resent the message to the group now. You can check it. So this is what you are expected to do for the first week. So, but before we continue, let me say this. Regardless of, we have some guys that have paid for like 5 days ago or 6 days ago. So some of them might have started creating GA and all of that. But for guys that just started maybe yesterday or day before yesterday, you don't have any problem. So this is just going to be your own week 1. You can make your own week 1 start today. So that means for the first week, this is what you are supposed to cover. So anytime we are having meeting, you just have to come here and present your work or maybe ask any question you might be having, regardless of which week you are. Either you are in week 2 or you are in week 1, whatever. Just come here and ask your questions. I hope that is clear.
Very clear, sir.
Okay.
So I have a question. In what format are we expected to submit the GA? PDF, or we send it back as DWG?
And what is easier is you can just send it as an image. You get,
Oh,
you can send it as an image just for checking. So when you now finish the whole course, you submit it as a PDF, a compiled PDF. You combine it with your calculation sheet together. I hope it's clear.
okay.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
at the end of the section, you combine it. Either you submit the card format, and also you convert it to PDFs, and then you submit your calculation sheet. Majorly is the calculation that we want to check in this class.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, sir.
Yeah. Thank you. Okay. For the purpose of those that just joined us, probably they just registered 2 or 3 days ago. So let me present one PDF that summarize what you are supposed to learn. Summarize what you are supposed to learn in week 1. So I'm currently sharing a PDF file, though actually is a PowerPoint, but it was converted to PDF. So the title is Basic Structural Design, General Arrangement. So this is just trying to tell you what you are supposed to learn in week 1. So we've already made the video. This is just like a summary, so that for those that maybe you did not watch the video, you will be eager to go and watch it. So the first week, what we want you guys to learn is, we want you guys to understand the importance of creating general arrangement. So when the first thing in building design is after all the rigmarole and all of that, the architect is going to provide an architectural design. So when the architect provides an architectural design, this design is after it has been approved by the client. The client can be government or individual or whatever. So then they will now send these designs to the table of the engineers. So this engineer can include structural engineers, mechanical, electrical, and whatever other, depending on the kind of project anyway. So, but in our own case, we are dealing with the structural part. So the first thing you are expected to do, whatever kind of project you are doing, even if it is bridge, if it is not building, you have to create a layout. The layout is going to guide you on how you are going to do your design. So the layout is just in terms of building, you are just trying to position your structural members in strategic place that are not going to interfere with the architectural designs or the concept of the building or the structure. So that's just the main idea behind the layout. Your layout can change when you do your design. You can do a layout, and then when you run the design, you see maybe what you provided is not the best solution. Then you can adjust your layout. As you proceed in the design, the layout can change. So we have about 4 major layouts that you're expected to prepare if you are working on buildings. One of them is the floor layout. Floor layout. I think we've explained this perfectly in more detail in the videos. You can go back and watch the video if you missed any part. So under the floor layout, we have depending on the number of suspended floors that you have. So if you are working on a duplex, for example, you will only need to provide 1 floor layout. Duplex is a G+1. So that means you're only providing a first floor layout. If you are working on 2 or 3 more suspended floor, the number of suspended floor will determine the number of floors. That's why it is floors, depending on the number of floors that you have. So what you are doing here is just that you want to show the type of column you want to use in your layout. You show their sizes, and then you show the position where you want to put them. And then you must have it in mind that you try as much as possible to not interfere with the architectural concept or the architectural idea. So that one is for the floor. Then the foundation layout is the second one. So the foundation layout just try to explain the type of foundation you want to provide. So inside it, you show, most of the time you show a plan view of the foundation and also maybe some sections. So depending on the so either it's a pile or a pad or a raft, your foundation layout will show the type of foundation and also the sizes of each structural component. Then the third one is the roof layout. The roof layout is important because you have to support your roofing system. So it's just similar to the floor, but in this case, you are not supporting a suspended floor, you are supporting a roof. So that's just the difference. And then the fourth one, which is not on this slide, is staircase layout. The staircase layout is also important, and you can also have shear wall layout in case if you have more than if you are dealing with an high-rise building, or in the case whereby you have elevator in the building and then the elevator is to be housed by a shear wall. So you can also have the shear wall layout as well. So those are the main 4 layouts that are important in your design or in your structural drawings. They have to be there. So this is just the idea behind the preparation of general arrangements. I think all these have been explained better in the videos. So, and then we also talk about, this is just a simple steps that you can follow if you are a newbie. So maybe you watch the video and then you can just read through this again. So maybe I will drop this PDF in the group just for your own use. So for this course, this is our project. This is the project that the instructor will be working with. One thing you should have in mind is when you are creating, it's not necessary that you and your instructor have the same idea in mind. I hope you get that's the beauty of engineering. You can have the same plan and come up with different solutions. That is, your layout is different, but it's also workable and it's achievable on site. So that's just the major thing. So someone else can pick this plan and give us another layout that is different from what I create. I hope you get. So that's the beauty of the design. So this is the case study we are working with. I'm sure if you watch the video, you will have seen how we put our columns and then how we connect the columns with beams. So at the end of the day, you should be able to come up with these 3, at least for starts. After you finish for what is inside folder 2, you should be able to come up with first floor layout for any of the project that you select, the roof layout, as well as the foundation layout. So this foundation layout is not detailed enough. There are a lot of other information that are missing here anyway. So basically that is what we want you guys to achieve in week 1. And I think some of us have been able to get our hands on 1 or 2 things. So if there is anybody that wants to say something regarding the first week lecture, maybe you have a comment on it or observation before we move to the target of week 2. Please, you can.
Hello, sorry.
Hello, good
Class
evening.
of James. I
Yes.
have one opinion.
Okay.
Sorry, that example you are working on in that the first lesson, can you please send the copy of that design to us as well?
The problem here is me personally, I did not. A lot of people used to ask this question. If maybe you've taken one of my courses before, most people will say they want to have the source file that I'm using, but I don't really like that idea of sharing it to students, because most people will just, how will I put it, they will not even do anything. They will just be doing, how will I put it, they will just be doing exactly what you did. They will work on that same project, they will do exactly what you do. But the beauty of the design is, if I'm working on one project, I'm going to face a total different, another different problem. If I pick another drawing and I work on it, the problem I'm going to face is going to be different. So that is why I don't use to share it, because I want you guys to work on something else, so that there might be some things I did not mention because of the project that me I'm working on personally. So because of that, I will not mention it. It's not that maybe I don't want to mention it, but probably maybe I forgot. I don't know if you understand. So that's why I used to always share another drawing for the students, so that when you work on that drawing, based on the idea that you have in the previous or in the lectures, you can now, that will show me that you actually understand it, for you to be able to now create layout for something else, or even if it's not layout, it can be something else, for you to be able to recreate it for another project. That means you really understand it. But if I send it, some will just be using that as they just start their slab design, they will do the beam just exactly the way I did it. So this I just noticed this based on my own experience of tutoring people, especially in courses that relate to practical work, that you have to do some practice by yourself. So that's why I don't usually like to share it. But maybe before the end of this course, probably maybe I can share it with you guys if you feel you really need it. I hope I answer your question.
Yes, sir, it's okay. At the end of the whole class, you can share it when we are almost done. It's okay. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you
It's okay.
for understanding.
Thank you.
So is there any other comment or observation?
From my end, none for now.
Okay, thank you, Engineer John. I would like us to be active in this section, or it should be interactive, please. Not just one person saying everything.
Okay, I've checked. From what you've explained, I think it's clear. It's straightforward. So nothing
Okay.
extra.
Okay, thank you very much.
Hello?
Hello, sir.
So although I'm trying to load my child, I just wanted to ask, on this course, how many foundations are we looking at? The types of foundations?
We only discuss part foundation.
Part.
Yes.
For those of us in Lagos, most of the time, we deal on rough foundation more anyway. Either RAF or pie, but mostly rough.
Yes, I know. How will I put it? If you want to learn something, you start from what is
Base
the basis. If you want
the
to design
basics.
graphs now, it's not that there's one big thing that you are going to do. It's just the application of what you know in part. The only thing that is different there is your support mechanism and also your analysis. That is just what is different. Once you analyze it, you get your loading effects on the foundation and the reaction between the foundation and the building. The design steps is the same. I hope it's clear. So we have other courses for
Yes,
raft
thank you.
foundation anyway, if you are interested in that, but that one is not covered in this course. Engineer, I guess probably you did not attend our introductory section, because I think someone asked this.
No, I did not. I did not.
Okay. Someone asked before, me, I like to be open. Whatever is going to be inside the course, I will let you know. Whatever is not there, I will let you know before you decide. So the raft foundation is not covered, but we have courses that dealt with that, if you are really interested.
So you have courses for raft and pad, right? Sorry, raft and pie, right?
Raft foundation for now.
Not pie.
Yes.
But sometimes ask, are you good? You're good with pie, right?
Yes, I I'm not just a tutor, I'm also a structural engineer. I also prepare structural documents as well. So I've done pile, I've done rafts, but sometimes you might not have time to, all these courses that we are taking, it has been done maybe like this particular course has been prepared like 3 years ago. So you might not have time to create new things. It's only maybe when you have little time, you can say you want to create something. I don't know if you get. I've done pile
Yeah,
rafts, different kind of foundations, massive. So, but is what we have time to create that we do. But we look into the pie. We look into the pie.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you, sir. So nobody's asking any question on the week one target.
My question is,
Okay, sir.
the general arrangement. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. I hope others too can hear.
Okay. With the general arrangement, with the general arrangement that you did, there was a place that you wanted to like fix two-way slab and one-way slab. So for now, in our GA, we are not to consider.
I can't hear you again. You said we
Hello,
are not to consider what?
Yeah, our GA that we are to submit
Okay.
the one-way slab. So we are not
Okay.
put that into consideration. We are not to put arrows for.
Please, your voice is breaking. I did not comprehend what you are trying to ask. I don't know if you can ask again, please.
Okay. I said in the GA
Yes.
that you say we should submit.
Yes.
We need to put the arrow for one-way slab, single slab, and two-way slab.
Okay. Yeah, it will be good if you can do that. Is when you are doing if it's a real project, it should be there so that without measuring anything or looking at the dimension, you can say if this is one way or two way.
Okay, sir.
Okay, thank you. So if there's no other question, I think okay, someone is raising. Please, if you want to say something, you can just unmute and speak. You don't have to start raising hand. I think someone was raising their hand. Engineer Biola, I think I cannot hear you. I don't know if others can hear. Hello, sir. I can't hear you, please. Or maybe you can drop your message on the chat. I can't hear what you are saying. Okay, so let me just talk about the second week. For those of us that have started working on our GA, someone has sent me this our GA now. I'm going to check it. So if you have worked on your GA already, the next thing for you now is you will have divided your floors into panels, dividing it by beams. So those panels will now have different categories. You can have a one-way slab, you can have a two-way slab, or in some other cases, you can even have cantilever slab. And in some other cases, you can even have some slabs that are not four-sided, or slabs that are not supported, that are not evenly supported. Maybe it's supported on two edges, or it's supported on three edges, all those things. So you can have different kind of scenario. So the next thing for you to do after week one, I'm going to highlight this also on the group chat, but let me just say it here first. So the second week is you are to cover the design of slab. but I'm going to combine slab and staircase, so you can look at those two together. So you don't have to design all the panels. You just divide your slab into 3 categories. You have the two-way slab category, one-way slab category, and the cantilever slab. For the two-way slab category, you look at the one that is most critical. So the criticality depends on 2 things. One is the dimension of the slab itself. The second thing is the supporting end conditions, the support. Maybe the slab is an interior panel, or the slab is one long edge, discontinuous, all those kind of stuff. That is what is going to influence the criticality of the slab. So you can just design maybe two, depending on how wide your layout is. I don't know. So you can pick two-way slab and design it. You can pick one-way slab and design it, and pick one cantilever slab and design it. It's a manual design. You are not expected to do everything. So you just pick one that can suffice for the rest, and then use that result for the rest. So that is what I expect you guys to do for week 2. So after you're done with your slab design, if there is time, I will encourage you to also look at the staircase as well. The staircase is not hard. It's just like a slab, but the only difference there is how you do the loadings. So when you do your loading, you analyze it. So you analyze it, and then you do the design. So when you want to do your slab design, you can use the Excel template that was provided. I hope I'm audible anyway. I hope you guys can hear me.
Yes, we can
Yes,
hear
we
you.
can hear you.
Okay,
Can hear you.
thank you. Thanks. So you can use the Excel template for the design, or you can do it inside a notebook. I think that will be much more preferable for someone that is not used to it, so that when you do it yourself, you know what is how the steps goes, and then you get acquainted to it. I don't know if you get. So you can do it on the Excel sheets, or you can even do it in a notebook, whatever. Anyhow, just do it, and then you can share it with me. If you have any challenges, you don't have to wait for another live session before you message me on any of your channels, especially if you need the response early. You can always chat me up privately, or you can drop a message on the general group. So that is what I will like us to cover in week 2. So this one is for those guys that have done something on week 1. But for those of us that just started, so this is going to be like an introduction to you. Welcome to the class. So what I explained for week 1 is what you should try to achieve. And then by next class, I want to be flooded with a lot of questions on GA, or a lot of questions on maybe slab design, or maybe you want to check for deflection. You don't know why this was done instead of this. So those are the kind of questions that I want to be listening to. Technical questions, please. So I think our time is fast spent. So if there is nothing else to ask or to say, maybe we just... Okay, please try to speak up, because they cannot hear you.
In my own files,
You said?
the Excel sheet, I
Yes.
don't have it.
Everything is
It's
inside
not part
the file. Everything is inside. Please check again. The first class, I projected the folder that I shared. So the Excel sheet is inside a folder. So inside it, it is a zip file. You have to unzip it before you will be able to see it. So it's a zip file. You have to unzip it. It's titled, I think, post material or something. I've forgotten the name. So everything is inside. Check all those
I
folders
found it.
one by one.
I found it. I thought it was part of the slab folder.
Okay, no. All the Excel sheet is in one place.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Yeah, you're welcome, sir. Any other question before we call it a day?
Hello, good evening.
Yeah, good evening, sir.
I'm sorry, I just joined this I joined lately to this
Okay,
meeting, and also I already this, so I'm yet to actually open the AutoCAD file. I just downloaded it just now.
okay.
I just want to ask the arrangement of our day. I just want to make a recap of what, like in this recap of what you actually said earlier on how to make your GA arrangement from your architectural drawing.
Well, this section is actually recorded. I don't want to be, how will I put it? To be saying the same thing over and over again. It's recorded at the end of this time. Sorry, please, because is how will I put it? It's kind of long. So at the end of this section, I will drop the recordings in the group so everybody can have it.
All right, no problem. I actually joined it and I just registered it last night. So that was
Okay,
why.
I understand, but so the recording will be dropped in the group. So, but I would like to ask you guys one question. The recordings that we'll be having for the weekly session, should I be dropping it as a file on the group that you download, or maybe I can upload it to maybe a YouTube link and then make it a private link? Which one do we prefer?
For me, I think YouTube is better.
YouTube is better, huh?
YouTube is okay.
Because you know some
Please.
people might not like downloading videos that they just watch once into their phone. So that's why me personally, I don't like downloading. I prefer to watch something online or just stream it and just forget about it.
I prefer
So
downloading, please.
okay, maybe I will just do the two. There's no need for us to be arguing on that.
The
I
essence
will
is
drop it and then
the
I will
essence
also
of
upload
it.
it. So whichever one you want.
The, the essence is if during something important is being said and maybe you don't have data, you just download it. Maybe over time, if there's any discussion, you can just go back and watch it without even having to use your data.
Yeah, that's true. That's also a point. Okay, so let me just say a big thank you to everybody that joined. I really appreciate your time, and I hope that before the end of this course,